Today we are taking a look at Seia from Blue Archive. This is the swimsuit version figure in the XStellar line by SEGA. Blue Archive is a school-themed RPG set in Kivotos, where students from different academies become involved in a wide range of stories and incidents. Within that setting, Seia is a student of Trinity General School and a member of the Tea Party, known for her calm and composed presence. That quiet and composed character gives her a very distinct presence in the series. Today's highlights for this figure are the clear sun visor and sunglasses, the oversized hoodie, and the pose. The first highlight is the sun visor and the sunglasses. The clear sun visor stretches across the forehead, while the pink clear sunglasses sit above it as a separate part, so the two transparent accessories remain clearly divided. The raised index finger touches the edge of the visor, which connects the accessory directly to the hand gesture. The second highlight is the oversized hoodie. The yellow hoodie sits low around the shoulders and stays open around the white swimsuit, while the large sleeves expand strongly around the bent arms. The sleeves then narrow into ribbed cuffs, and the lowered hood can also be seen across the back. The third highlight is the pose. One hand reaches up to the visor, while the other arm bends outward, and the upper body leans slightly forward between those two arm positions. The legs stay close together below the body, while the long hair and tail spread into larger curves around the outside. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The head is built around a calm expression, and that impression is established first through the face before the hair and accessories add more movement around it. One eye is covered by the sweeping bangs, while the other remains clearly visible from the front. The visible eye has a pale yellow center surrounded by reddish-purple lines, with a narrow vertical pupil placed in the middle. The mouth stays small and slightly pursed, giving the face a quiet expression rather than an exaggerated one. The nose is kept subtle between the eye and mouth. The hair frames the face in several separate sections. The bangs sweep diagonally across the forehead and continue into a broad section that covers one eye. On the opposite side, a shorter section extends beside the cheek, while longer strands fall along the sides of the face toward the chest. These longer strands curl inward near their ends. From the back of the head, a much longer section of hair extends downward before bending into a broad curve, and the pale blonde color changes into pale pink and orange tones near the ends. Large ears rise from the top of the head, with pale outer edges surrounding reddish inner sections and layered white details farther inside. The clear sun visor sits across the forehead with an orange-toned edge, while the pink clear sunglasses rest above it as a separate part. The lenses, frame, and bridge of the sunglasses remain positioned above the wider visor, so the two accessories form clearly divided overlapping layers. Seiya's raised index finger touches the edge of the visor directly, connecting the head accessory with the gesture of the hand. The upper body is arranged around the white swimsuit and the oversized yellow hoodie, with the different costume parts remaining clearly separated. A red band wraps around the neck, and directly below it, the white swimsuit narrows toward the center. A long, narrow opening runs down the middle of the chest, and from there, the white section continues across the torso and abdomen. A small navel is sculpted at the center of the abdomen. From the back, the swimsuit narrows toward the neck, where white cords cross and tie beneath the red band. Over that, the oversized hoodie sits low around the shoulders and stays widely open across the front. This leaves the white swimsuit and the shoulder area clearly visible through the center. The sleeves are much wider than the arms themselves, expanding into large rounded sections around the bends before narrowing into ribbed cuffs. One arm rises beside the face, with the index finger extending from the cuff to touch the edge of the sun visor, while the other fingers curl inward. The other arm bends outward from the torso, causing the oversized sleeve to project away from the body and widen the outline of the upper half. From the back, the hood hangs down across the upper back instead of surrounding the head. Two sections made for Seiya's ears are incorporated into the hood and remain visible while it is lowered. The red neckband, white swimsuit, and yellow hoodie stay readable as separate layers from the rear. With the torso leaning slightly forward, one arm raised toward the head and the other bent outward, the upper body develops a clear diagonal flow rather than continuing in one straight vertical line. The lower body begins with a clear boundary between the white swimsuit and the exposed legs. The swimsuit rises high along the outer edges of the hips, and from that point, the shape moves directly into the thighs. From the back, the edge of the swimsuit follows around the upper legs and remains visible below the lowered hoodie. The legs stay close together as they extend downward, gradually narrowing from the thighs toward the knees and then continuing toward the ankles. Rounded sculpting at the knees creates a visible change in shape along that line. At the feet, yellow platform sandals create a broader shape around the ankles and soles. Wide sections wrap around the ankles, while several bands cross over the tops of the feet. Two horizontal bands divide the upper area, with additional angled sections connecting around them toward the front. The toes remain open and are sculpted individually, while the soles continue from front to back as thick platform sections beneath the feet. This gives the lower end of the closely positioned legs a much wider finish. The large tail adds the strongest curve around the back of the lower body. It extends from the back of the waist, travels down behind the legs, and then bends outward into a broad arc before changing direction again farther down. Shallow grooves follow its length and divide the rounded surface into several flowing sections. Near the end, the pale base color changes into pale pink and then orange tones. Because the tail curves well outside the narrow line created by the legs, it adds a large sweeping shape around the lower half of the figure. This figure is approximately 20 centimeters tall. That's about 7.9 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Seia by SEGA stands out because this figure combines a calm expression, clear head accessories, an oversized yellow hoodie, and a pose that guides the eye naturally across the whole piece. The face leaves a quiet first impression. One pale yellow eye remains visible beneath the sweeping bangs, while the other is covered, and the small, slightly pursed mouth keeps the expression restrained rather than dramatic. The clear sun visor creates a strong focal point across the forehead, while the separate pink, clear sunglasses add another layer above it. The hair strengthens that presentation very effectively. The bangs move diagonally across the forehead, while the longer front strands fall beside the face and curl inward near their ends. From the back, the much longer section of hair bends into a broad curve and changes into pale pink and orange tones toward the tips. The large ears add a strong upward accent above the head and keep the upper silhouette easy to follow. The upper body works well because the outfit layout and the pose support each other closely. The torso leans slightly forward, one arm rises toward the visor, and the other bends outward, so the upper half is built from several different angles rather than one straight line. The white swimsuit runs down the center beneath the red neckband, while the oversized yellow hoodie sits low around the shoulders and stays open around it. Its large sleeves expand around the bent arms before narrowing into ribbed cuffs, and from the back, the lowered hood remains clearly separated from the swimsuit underneath. The lower body keeps the central line much narrower. The white swimsuit rises high around the hips before continuing into the closely positioned legs, and the legs narrow gradually toward the ankles. The yellow platform sandals add several overlapping bands around the feet and create a broader finish at the bottom. Behind them, the large tail curves outward and then changes direction again, with pale pink and orange tones appearing toward the end. What makes the figure especially effective is the way all of these elements connect. The eye can move from the face to the raised hand and clear visor, then down through the white swimsuit and close-set legs, while the long hair, oversized sleeves, and sweeping tail carry the view back around the outside. Because of that, fans of Blue Archive or Seia will likely enjoy this piece very much. Collectors who like swimsuit designs, oversized outerwear, clear accessories, and poses with broad flowing lines should find it a very satisfying addition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.